Hey everyone, welcome to the Father's Voice podcast on Great Day Radio. I'm DJ Mikey D, and today we're diving deep into a wound that cuts silent but deep. Why do some children, after divorce, treat their father like an option, like he's a guest in their own life? I'll come if I feel like it. I'll answer when I want. Sound familiar? Let's break it down. First, understand the home base effect. When a child spends 70% of their time with one parent, usually mom, that environment becomes their reality. Dad's house? That becomes a destination. The parent who handles the Tuesday morning toothbrushing and Thursday homework becomes essential. The weekend dad? He's the event parent. And children don't value events like they value everyday presence. Dependency breeds connection. Think about it. When you're the one making sure the homework gets done, packing the lunch, driving to practice, you're in the trenches. That's where the bond is forged. Not at the amusement park or the movies. Then there's the loyalty bind. Kids are hyper-attuned to the emotional state of the parent they see most. If showing love for dad makes mom sad, they suppress that love to keep peace. It's survival, not rejection. And let me tell you, that's a heavy burden for a child to carry. They're not being malicious, they're trying to navigate a fractured world. And in that world, dad becomes the one they can push away because they know, deep down, he'll still be there. By the way, this podcast came to creations because I am going through it. While emotions and anger sets in, I had to step back and try and understand the situation in my kiddos' shoes. Okay, back to the discussion. Age matters in this situation. Young kids operate on out of sight, out of mind. If they don't see you for a week, you might as well be a stranger. It's not personal, it's developmental. As an example, adolescence, dad's house means missing the party, missing the hangout, missing the social life that's suddenly the center of their universe. And teenagers, they test boundaries, often pushing away the parent they feel is less necessary for daily survival. But here's the truth. Being treated like an option is heartbreaking, but it's rarely permanent. The fix? Stop being the fun dad and start being the admin dad. Fight for proximity. Show up for the boring stuff. The parent-teacher conferences, the forgotten lunchbox drop-off, the dentist appointment. Consistency beats grand gestures every single time. I know a father who drove 45 minutes each way just to bring his daughter her math homework she left at his house. Not because she asked, because he knew she needed it. That's the kind of presence that rebuilds bridges. Your role isn't to be needed for a ride to school forever. It's to be the steady foundation they return to when the world gets loud. Keep showing up every single time. Because one day, and it might be years from now, they'll see the miles you drove and the silence you kept for their sake, and that's when you stop being an option and start being essential. Let me tell you a story. I had a buddy. Let's call him Michael. After the divorce, his kids were with mom full time. He got weekends, but even those started to fade. Excuses piled up. I'm tired. I have plans with mom. Maybe next time. Michael was devastated. But instead of pulling back, he doubled down. He started showing up at school events. He volunteered to coach the soccer team. He became a fixture in their lives, not just a weekend guest. It took 2 years. 2 years of feeling like a ghost. But then one day his daughter called him, not because she needed a ride, but because she wanted to talk. That's the payoff. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. It's one of the hardest things a father can do. But the alternative, giving up, fading away, that's worse. That's a wound that never heals. So here's my challenge to you, Dad. Stop chasing the grand gestures. Stop trying to be the hero. Start being the steady presence, the one who shows up for the boring stuff, the one who doesn't give up. Because when your child looks back on their life, they won't remember the expensive birthday present. They'll remember that you were there, that you never stopped fighting for them. And that's the kind of father who moves from option to essential. That's the kind of father who leaves a legacy. Quick note, every divorce is different. Some fathers were consistent and present, some weren't. Some mothers support the father-child bond, some don't, and sometimes the truth is complicated. This episode isn't about blaming moms or shaming dads. It's about understanding the forces that shape a child's behavior after divorce and how grown folks can respond with wisdom. We'll be back next week with more tools, more truth, and more hope for fathers navigating the hardest job in the world. Until then, stay strong, stay steady, and stay present. Peace out. If you are listening from our talk show podcast at greatdayradio.com, you can also listen to this program with the best in smooth jazz and R&B by visiting live365.com. Search Great Day Radio Smooth Jazz. Thank you for your love and support.